Hello everyone, I'm Jeanne Harn, Miss Philippines Earth 2007. A proud mom to Gabrielle McCain Harn, our Little Earth Angel Heir 2019, and wife to Attorney Richie Paraiso, an immigration lawyer.
Good day! When beauty queens finish their reign, most of them move on to show business, modeling, and hosting. But our guest today took a different path. Do you want to find out why? Hang on and watch this episode of BusinessMirror's Freshly Brewed. Like great coffee to savor, Freshly Brewed tells compelling stories through the interaction between the most interesting people and BusinessMirror's roster of journalist hosts, discussing the hot issues of the day or topics still unfolding or brewing. Jeanne Harn was crowned Miss Philippines Earth in 2007. Instead of joining show business after her reign, she joined the corporate world and worked in Nestlé Philippines, Ayala Land, McCain Foods, and Associated British Foods. In 2019, she decided to open her own consultancy firm. Last year, she opened Imahe Academy. Let's listen in to Jeanne Harn's conversation with our very own Justine Garcia, BusinessMirror's labor reporter, as she talks about being a beauty queen and how she transitioned into becoming the CEO of her own company.
Our guest today proves that life after the crown can be just as meaningful as the moment you win it. She first captured the spotlight as Miss Philippines Earth 2007, and now she's using that experience to inspire and guide others through her very own school, Imahe Academy. Please welcome Miss Jeanne Harn Paraiso. Hi, Miss Jeanne. Welcome to the show. How are you?
Hi, Justine. Thank you so much for having me here. I'm so happy to be part of your episode today.
Thank you for accepting our invite. And really, of course, our audiences are looking forward to know more about your journey. But let's start light first. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and how your journey in pageantry started?
Oh, wow. That's a long story.
It's okay. We're in for a ride.
So something about me is that right now, like you said, I'm the CEO and co-founder of Imahe Academy. It's a personality development school. I do also workshops for corporate companies, and also I do personal image, color analysis, modeling workshops, pageant workshops, and hosting workshops as well. So I do a lot there. But also, I am a mother and, of course, a wife. And yeah, it's pretty much that's what I'm doing right now. But prior to that, so like you said, after winning the crown, I did so many things, actually. So I did corporate as well. I worked for multinational companies for a long time. So right after I won Miss Philippines Earth and I competed for Miss Earth, I did corporate companies. I work in sales. So yeah, it's pretty much been like that. But I've been doing hosting still and still doing a lot of like beauty queen things like judging and other activities. And for my pageant journey, I started when I was 12. That's my first pageant. It was quite early. But at 4 years old, I know already I wanted to become a beauty queen. So I did 14 pageants in my life.
Wow.
So pretty much. That's a long story to share, but yeah.
Sorry, you mentioned that you knew you wanted to become a beauty queen at the age of 4.
Yes.
Who inspired you?
The pageant that I watched. I forgot which pageant, but I was watching this pageant. I was 4, so I don't really remember which one. I was inspired by the beautiful ladies. Growing up, I really wanted to become a model as well. So when I saw a pageant and I saw how they walk, how they talk, how they present themselves, and I was like amazed by their beauty and grace. And I want to be like that. And I grew up being very clumsy because I'm very shy. I get nervous in front of people. I stutter a lot because when I talk, it's like I was so nervous. You know how you are when you're nervous. You forget what you want to say. You are stuttering because you talk so fast. That's me. And I felt so insecure. And people are looking down on me because I just can't do anything. When I walk in front of anyone, I slip because I am so nervous. So I felt like being a beauty queen will make me feel better and more confident. And I wanted to get that confidence. So yeah, that was my first inspiration. Like, I want to be that kind of person, when I grow up. So
Out of all the pageants that you joined, which one is your favorite?
of course, Miss Philippines Earth, where I won. It's a different competition. I would say a lot of my pageants were quite similar, right? There's, of course, all the portions, the costume, the Q&A, the gown, the swimwear. But Miss Philippines Earth is totally different, and Miss Earth as well, because of the advocacy. Before joining, I don't even know the word advocacy. And even now, even people are mispronouncing advocacy. It's not advocacy, it's advocacy. You know what I mean? It's something new to us, right? But Miss Philippines Earth started that, and Miss Earth also. So when I joined, I was already doing my own ways of how to conserve and protect our planet, but not to that level, not to that scale. So I would say the pageant really changed my perspective and gave me all the information that I need to really have more heart for our environment. And up until this day, a lot of, not just me, I would speak for my Earth sisters. And I think a lot of people would know this, that it's a life-changing pageant. All of us, most of us, if not all of us, really changed our ways and became more aware and more caring for our environment after we joined the competition, win or lose. And I've seen that happen. Some of the girls who actually didn't win would still join our school tours. We have our school tours. We teach in public schools about the environmental issues and solutions and ways. So we teach kids. It started during my year in 2007. So we go every Tuesdays and Thursdays. That's a very serious job, by the way. So we spend half a day in a school and we teach grade 2 students. And even the non-winners, candidates or even runners-up, they join. So it's like it's open for everybody. So it's not just a pageant where the crown is the ultimate thing that everybody wants. It's like you're all welcome to come and join and lend a hand and help out in our environmental advocacy. So it's really wonderful.
I think that shows that, life after getting the crown, it's still as meaningful, right?
Yeah, well, actually, it depends on the person. I've seen this happen because right now, the environmental issues are really, really, really a big issue amongst anything, I would say. And not because we joined the pageant that we're on this, but I believe everybody should be part of the whole advocacy of protecting our environment. And yes, after winning, it's like depending on the person, right? If you're going to continue whatever it is that you've done, it's not supposed to end during that 1 year reign.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, and because of the feeling that we get and also the help that we're able to provide for our environment, I think that's where we stand after that. You want to continue doing that because you can see that this is a very important issue that we have to address on a daily basis.
Okay, can you first take us back to that night in 2007? What was running in your mind when you were crowned? Can you still remember?
To be honest, I don't have anything in my mind. As in that, it's so blank when I won. It's so surreal. I just remember that I was there to have fun on that final night because I prepared ahead of time. Imagine I was already choreographing my talent and I finished it in November. And then the screening was February. I'm not even a candidate yet. And I really planned talaga all of the things that I need before I became a candidate. And so when I was competing in April, I already just want to have my, the best time. And a lot of girls are really deserving too. It's a very tough competition too. There's a lot of media favorites as well that are part of the top 5 and the top 10. And it's like, I was just having a great time. But I'm of course I did my best. But I was so grateful when I was called as the winner. I just don't feel anything at all. It was just like so black. Amongst all the competitions or pageants that I joined in and I won, this was the ultimate feeling that I just can't feel it in my heart that, I won. I just can't. It took me days before.
Finally sink in.
Yes, before it sunk in. So yeah.
Looking back now, what's the most valuable lesson you learned from that experience?
Oh wow, this is what I teach my students in pageant training. Practice and preparation is really vital in the competition. And not only there, I think in life, in any career, you have to prepare and you have to really practice what it is that you have to do for that thing that you're going to do. So that for me is very important. In all my competitions, I'm not the most beautiful. I'm not the smartest. But since my mom was as a former teacher by profession, she really trained me in whatever, and my sister as well. Like we were both trained, kunyari, if it's a poetry competition or declamation, we prepare and practice in the house. So that has been a practice that we have. So, and it took us to good places. So I can stand by it that, in the pageant side, you have to really prepare. And you can see that now. I mean, during my time in the early days, pageant training is not really a common thing. And little did I know it's really gonna be helpful. My mom has always been there to really make us prepare for that, and she even asked trainers to train me to do my walk when I was actually it started when I was 14 na, my first training, and then I went to modeling as well after that. So it's like the training was like very long. It took me years and years to really practice a lot of the things that I'm doing in the pageant scene. Yeah.
So kudos to your mom din pala. She's the queen.
Oh yeah, yes, it did. Unexpectedly, because when I was young, hindi niya pa iniisip that I can actually compete because I was really shy. And there's another story about that kasi parang I think I don't know the year or the age for Little Miss Philippines, but I was supposed to compete there and I practiced already my talent also. But my mom was telling me I will audition the next day, and it never happened until I was overaged. It was heartbreaking, and she told me just now that because I was not bibo enough, na hindi niya ako pinasali talaga nung bata ako. So come to think of it, my mom didn't believe.
Years after naman.
When she saw that I was winning in competitions, that's when she saw, oh, she can be a beauty queen. Then of course she continued supporting me in my journey, but as in my younger days, it's like zero chance. Yeah.
I see. What beyond the life lessons that you got from joining Miss Philippines, Gert, did it also open your eyes more to environmental advocacy?
Yeah, like I said earlier, I was doing my little ways, but when I did the pageant, it elevated. It gave me a bigger platform. I was able to meet DNR heads, working with environmental groups. There's a lot of work that we were doing during our reign. And even after, I've done a lot of Earth Hour hosting events. And I've done a lot of course, the common thing is tree planting, but it's still very important. But we did a lot. Different provinces, different places, we were invited. I was invited. I mean, after winning, I was able to, to join different activities. And one thing that I want to highlight about Miss Philippines Earth is when I win in other competitions, we are asked to join events and just be there to say hi, I just wave at the camera and smile. Miss Philippines Earth, it's always that we have to speak and give a speech about the environment, which is very good. That's why you would notice like a lot of the winners, if not all of the winners are very good communicators. It's not just a requirement, but I think it's very evident because the Q&A, it's something important for that competition. And it really pays off because after you really have to do a lot of like speaking engagements and it's important to speak up for our environment really. So yeah.
I see. Let's talk about after the crown naman.
Sure.
After such a big moment, life changes in so many ways. What were the first opportunities that came your way after your reign?
I would say I'm different. I'm different from all the other queens. Because a lot of the queens, they would join a competition to become a model. And I was already a model since I was 14 years old. And I also did international modeling. Before I competed for Miss Philippines Earth, I came from Singapore. And I was based there to be a model with carry international models. So the part where after winning and then continuing being in the limelight was different for me. What I wanted that time was to be quiet. And I went to corporate. My goal was to work for the company I worked for as an OJT, which is Nestlé Philippines. And it became another dream for me. So yeah, I luckily got in and I worked for Nestlé, and that started my multinational company journey in the corporate industry. So
Right, we'll get into that later. But it's really interesting because a lot of queens, after their reign, usually they go into show this.
yeah.
Wasn't ever on the table for you as well.
It was since I was in high school. Like when I won a pageant in Miss Roosevelt College System, I was 14, 15 years old. There's a director, famous director, I will not name him anymore. Was a good friend of one of the principals of the other school branch. And a principal of one of the branches of Roosevelt came to our house and talked to my mom for 2 hours, convincing her to let me do a movie. And it was ready. As in, like, just have to say, we just have to say yes. But my mom was like, she just finished high school. She can join showbiz and do a movie. And the director was like so persistent. And he said like, it's okay. At least she can do college or continue college anytime. Because that's what a lot of the, artists do. But my mom said, no, it's a priority. And I actually like that. I've seen it from my mom that education is very important. There's a lot of like drawbacks or lack of challenges that made me probably want to stop my education. And along the way, it's like really hard to finish college for me. It's a long story. It's a different topic. But bottom line, it became like it stopped with me. Na I have to finish my school and prioritize that. So since high school, I already know I want to finish school first. After winning, yes, there's some opportunities to join showbiz, but again, it was not in my heart. There's a time I did a workshop also for Star Magic. That was way after The Crown. But it's fun. It's really fun. Thank you, Mr. M, for the opportunity, by the way. But yeah, I was kind of, maybe I think I see that the passion of the interest of the people joining showbiz is really commendable. You really have to have it in your heart, and they're very hardworking. At that time, it was kind of not for me. So yeah.
Yeah. Sayang, hindi natin siya nakita sa big screen.
I did some teleserye. I did some guesting. I did Passion de Amor. And then I did also Provinciano. I did few episodes there. So it was fun. Pero yun nga. Kaya nga I said something na super high respect to all our artista. Kasi ang hirap talaga ng shooting. Like, it's long hours. I mean, I've done a lot of TBCs and it's long hours too. And it's very tiring. So imagine doing that on a daily basis. I don't think it's for me.
I'd see. You mentioned a while ago that you also did modeling and yes, of course, hosting. How different was it stepping into those roles compared to, being on the pageant stage? Mas mahirap ba? Mas kailangan ba na enough preparation?
Well, it's similar in a lot of ways. It's also different in some ways. For example, the modeling walk is different to the pageant walk. Runway is a profession. You get paid to walk. In pageants, you don't even know if you're gonna get money out of it kasi hindi mo alam kung ikaw yung winner. So it is kind of a different thing. So pageant, kailangan talaga you have it in your heart that you're gonna be competing and you have to spend before you get the money back. Modeling is like before you do the work, you already know you're gonna get paid for it. So it's kind of a different thing. But I learned the discipline from modeling and I applied it in my pageant career. Also for hosting, it's a different thing because you're not just an eye candy. You're not just like walking down the runway. You have to be able to talk. So it's a different preparation also from there. So yeah.
Right. Can I just say now for someone who used to be really shy growing up, you did a lot of things.
I know. Thank you. Thank you for highlighting that because I never thought also that even hosting jobs, initially when I was a model, I started at 14. But around mga 18, 19, I got some hosting gigs inquiry. But I never said yes. All the time. I siguro more than 10 I turned down. Because during my time, it's like, pagka maganda ka, you're tall, you're slim, kasi ganon, it's like you're pleasing. You would be invited to host. And I was like, why are they inviting me? I'm like, I'm not good, like, in speaking in front of a crowd or, yeah, but they invited me and I said no because I'm not confident enough. And only when my English professor in college asked me to do it, that I felt like, oh, English professor ko to eh. I'm not confident in my English. Growing up in the province, it's kind of different. I didn't grow up in Manila. People in the province usually are not English-speaking people. And if you speak English, they would kind of, parang tease you. So, hindi ako lumaking like that. But, English professor pa rin nag-ask. And my co-host was Anthony Panganila. Hello, Anthony is my good friend now. And yeah, we did a pageant together. And he was one of my first mentors in hosting. So, and then he invited me to do a hosting gig with him in Cebu to host the Miss University of San Carlos. And that's my first time in Cebu. So I was like, oh, I can travel with my hosting and I can get paid for it. Bigger than a fashion show. And I said, okay, might as well. Karinig ko na to. Try. Yeah. And I kept on doing it. Kasi nga, like I told you, I stutter a lot. And so, yeah, the confidence wasn't there. And then I just have to just do it. And it started the whole career.
Yeah. So can you say that confidence is buildable?
Of course. Confidence is not an innate thing. A lot of people would probably be very, very bold, very loud, and confident already, even when they were young. But a lot of people, even if they're shy like me, can be, taught. The confidence is a skill that can be learned. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I teach that in Imahe Academy too.
Yes, it's really inspiring. Anyway, you mentioned a while ago that you entered the corporate world. So, if I'm not mistaken, you worked for multinational companies like Nestlé Philippines, McCain Foods International, and even Associated British Foods. So, what do you there?
Sales. So I learned it from my mom. I also thought, like when I was with Nestle, like, oh, I can actually work for multinational companies. And then I wanted marketing, but sales role was the one that's open. And then I felt like, I think it's also close to my heart because I actually initially wanted to be a broadcaster. I took up mass comm in a school before. But, there's a big shift somewhere out there. And then so I was like, yeah, I changed my course, I changed my school. And then there, I never realized that, I have a love for sales because when I was younger, I was like selling already. Like I would even go to Divisoria with my uncle. I would sell like clips and a lot of different things. And I would sell like the hoodies of my mom. She bakes really good fruit cakes and food for the gods, yung mga ganun during Christmas. And I was like selling that. At grade 1, I was selling her encyclopedia, even to my teacher. And I sold a lot to my classmates. So I was in sales already since I was a kid. And then when I did my sales roles, it became like a second thing to me. It's like natural kind of thing to me.
So in sales, you also talk with a lot of people, yes? So another boost in confidence.
Yeah, but of course, it's a different ballgame. In all of those companies, I actually don't mention that I'm a beauty queen. I never mentioned that I was anything or model because it's not gonna cut it. I would even say it's maybe gonna parang give you a different impression. So I never put it in my resume or even my photo in my resume. It's not gonna help. So it's different. It's totally different from the pageant side. Mm-mm.
Now let's talk about your post-corporate life. From the corporate world, you took another big leap this time into entrepreneurship. What made you decide to set up your own consultancy firm?
Well, my first agenda was to really have more time with my family. I'm not young anymore, and I worked like a long time already. And I married 3 years ago, and we don't have a child of our own, me and my husband. I'm a single mom for 14 years. So So yeah, it's been difficult for us to have a baby for so many reasons. Maybe of course age, and I guess at time as well, I'm really busy with the 9 to 5 job. So I quit it last year, and I really wanted to pursue this career or business as a retirement plan, maybe far future, but it came early. So yeah, I mean, it was supposed to be on the side, and the opportunity came to open up Imahe Academy. So yeah, now we're here, and it's really fun. It's not easy being an entrepreneur. I would say my comfort zone was really in working for companies, because I'd been working for more than a decade. I'm used to the regular financial stability. Now it's kind of an up and down, I feel like, well, it's a freelance kind of thing. No work, no pay. But yeah, it's also challenging, and it's a different challenge basically to put up your own company. And I know it's still new. It's like about a year, more than a year now. So there's a lot of things to be done, but so far it's been very rewarding. I see the progress of my students. That's something that's for me very fulfilling already. So yeah.
I'm sure a lot of our viewers would like to know more about Imahe Academy. So can you share us how that idea started?
Well, I was an image consultant for a long time. Even when I was in my high school days and college days, people are asking me to train for pageants already. So not so much on modeling, kasi iba yung lago sa modeling, but pageants. So people knows this na I'm training some of the candidates already when I was younger. And then they just asked me, and then even some of my professors in college were asking me to do personality development. So it's not actually my idea. Other people would ask me to do the job, and I get paid for it. And I'm like, okay, it's nice. But again, confidence is an issue. I don't have it yet, because all I'm doing was teaching out of my own experience. So I feel like there's something lacking there. So 7 years ago, I joined AICI, or the Association of Image Consultants International. And I saw that, these are the professional image consultants, and they studied in other countries. And I did already like a lot of my experiences, but I feel like that the lacking part was education. So I researched, and then I found this school, International Image Institute, and some of the members of AICI studied there. So I went to Toronto, Canada, personally to study image mastery. And yeah, that was like 6-7 years ago, and I studied there. And I wanted to start already my business. I already registered my business, Jeanne Harn Consulting, but I was still in corporate. I'm not ready to let go just yet my corporate career. And it was so difficult to put up a business on that side where 9 to 5 is really demanding in terms of work. I couldn't post much. So it's like that. I was doing it on the side, but it's not something that I could easily do on the side, I would say. And so when the opportunity came to, like last year na, to focus more my time with my family, I think this is something that I can do at the same time. So now there is a sister.
Yeah. So ngayon, what services do you offer in Imahe Academy?
So we do personality development, pageant training, hosting workshops, modeling workshops, personal image, which includes also color analysis, which is a very good business now. But a lot of people are into it. So yes, if you want to want to have your colors done, contact us.
Pwede bang i-share sa atin kung magkano ba yung rates para maikiya yung viewers natin?
Color analysis is pretty much very fixed rate. So basic color analysis is 10,000 and the full color analysis is 15,000. Sometimes I give discounts, so follow the pages so you can see what's happening. And yeah, for the personality development, for the modeling, it differs. Personal image is customized. Corporate workshop is customized. Depending on the duration, the number of participants, it's all customizable. Hosting as well, there's basic hosting and professional hosting. So, and I see kasi the lack of that in our industry. There's a lot of hosts, actually including myself. I studied on my own, but I wanted to share based on my experience. This is something that I did not learn from my mentor in Canada, but this is something really for me. And I'm not a perfect host, I would say, but I wish to, help out the, host who wants to start their career in this beautiful hosting industry, because it's really a lucrative career. So that's what I do for my students in hosting.
So how can they enroll?
Yeah, so they can enroll via our website, www.imahe-academy.com, or message our Instagram at Imahe Academy, or our Facebook page at Imahe Academy as well. Yeah.
So, but if I may say, it sounds like a, full circle journey, because you gain confidence through pageantry, and now you're helping others build that same confidence that we have. So how fulfilling has that been for you so far?
Very fulfilling, because sometimes we get a lot of misconceptions about pageant candidates or pageantry in general. This has been a question for a long time now. What's the importance? Why are we doing this? Misconceptions about beauty queens and things like that. But I believe pageantry taught me so much in my life that it brought me even to my career. Kahit sabihin natin na my career in multinational companies will not accept, or maybe it will not give me credits kung beauty queen ako or model ako. But because of the confidence I built for myself when I answer in the interview, when I present myself, the integrity, the discipline is there. So it is a lot of things, and even the hard work. Because trust me, beauty queens really work so hard. It's not because when you see on stage, we're just beautiful and all. There's so many. It's a test of character. It's a test of so many things. Resilience, lahat. Be resourceful, be kind, being nice to people, stress management. Everything is actually there. So if you win a competition, that means you've done the hard work. So yeah, it helped me. It paid the way to a lot of different things. I've traveled in different countries. It gave me a lot of opportunities. And I see that in other winners as well. So yeah, I'm very thankful that I entered the pageant scene and I was able to develop myself through the process.
And if I may say, I think it's really an eye-opener to know about your, journey towards building your confidence. Kasi I think a lot of people believe na kapag beauty queen ka, paganda lang siya. Yeah. O kaya, she woke up like that. Diba na, ano ba yun? Na effortless ka baga. But they do not know na a lot of things happen before, you got the crown. Diba?
Yeah. And going to that part, I think that's the reason why I went to corporate as well. Because I feel like, especially even models, arang cliche, like, models, beauty queens, we don't have anything here. So I felt like I want to prove it to myself, not to anybody, but to myself. Because I feel, again, growing up inferior, not confident at all. I don't want to just be judged as beautiful, but I also want to show that I can do more things other than being a beautiful person. I don't even consider myself like that beautiful, but I'm just saying, like, at least not just that, because I feel like it's just very, very, very shallow, that it's because you're beautiful that, you're admired. I want to be more. I want to have more substance, I would say. Mm-hmm.
Now, with everything you've achieved, what's next on the horizon for you and Imahe Academy?
Hopefully a baby before that. Trying. But yeah, for Imahe Academy, there's so much. Like I said, there's so many things in the lineup of the plans. Okay, the offerings are there. I have bigger plans. I can't share it just yet. But if opportunity comes, of course, I want Imahe to be bigger. And yeah, there's so many plans, really, for Imahe Academy. So yeah,
we'll be on the lookout too.
Yeah.
And stay grande.
For now, yeah, one branch is okay. But I'm just really doing a lot of things to really up the everything, promoting it and things like that. So yeah, thank you for having me here and giving me a platform to present the company and what I do. Yeah.
All right. And finally, for the young women who dream of joining pageants, I'm sure madaming viewers natin ang gustong marinig yung magiging sagot mo dito. And not just for those who want to join the pageant, but of course, for those who, simply want to become more confident in their own skin, what's that one piece of advice you'd like to leave them with?
Just do it and prepare. Because in my life, there's a lot of, like I said, 14 competitions. And it's not easy, especially joining. It's a big decision for me. I always compete, and actually no, I compete prepared, but I join without hesitation. No, with hesitation, but I just join even if I'm not ready yet. So I would just do it first. Okay, I'll enter, but then I prepare when I'm already in. And looking back, I would say, yeah, there's a time that I was thinking, how come I joined a lot of competitions? And during those times, I know the feeling that I wasn't ready, but I joined anyway. And I could have said no. There's so many times I wanted to say no, but I'm like glad that I did not say no, because if I cannot do it anymore now because of age, because of a lot of different things. So yeah, in our life, whether it be pageant, modeling, or career in whatever industry, just say yes, just do it, and then prepare for it, because nothing beats preparation. It's very, very important to prepare for anything, whatever it is that you're going to do in your life, and plan ahead. But sometimes there's opportunities that, you don't need to plan, or you cannot plan anymore because the opportunity is right there. Kaya nga, just do it. So it's just two things that I do in my life. Just do it and plan. And of course, be persistent. If you want something, nothing in the world can take the place of persistence. I've believed in that motto for a long time, since I was a kid. And it proved a lot of points to me, and it gave me the opportunities right now, because there's pageants that I didn't win in the beginning, I joined again. And we've seen that in other queens, right? That they compete and compete again. So don't lose hope. If you compete and you didn't win, or if you do anything in your life and you didn't, in the beginning when you started, you didn't, thrive. Yeah. So although now it's challenging for Imahe Academy because it's a startup, but I'm still trying to hold on to those things that I believe in the past, and I hope we'll see Imahe, thriving more in the future.
For sure. Kasi a lot of women are, lacking that kind of confidence to stand for themselves. And kung malaman nila na merong Imahe Academy who's willing to, help them to gain that boost.
Yeah. And I'm one of them before.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel for them, yes.
I guess my takeaway from this is, you have to do it scared.
Yeah.
Unlike not doing it at all.
Exactly. Yeah, you nailed it. Yeah.
But I really want to ask you a lot of questions, but we have short time lang eh. So, thank you so much, Miss Jeanne, for sharing your journey with us from the pageant stage and now to helping others build that confidence that you once didn't have.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for having me. And if I may, ask the viewers as well to follow me on my socials at Jeanne Harn. That's JeanneHarn. And by the way, I'm also launching my podcast soon. So first it'll be my channel, Jeanne Harn, but I have a show coming up that's called Your Harness by Jeanne Harn.
That's very witty.
Thank you. So it's gonna be exciting. I have a few episodes already that I shot. So hopefully they get to follow me as well.
So, sorry, may I ask, tungkol saan naman yung podcast na ginagawa?
So Your Harness is all about building, sharing image, topics to help people to really elevate their confidence, their skills. And I'll be inviting CEOs for entrepreneurship. So it's basically harness. When you say harness, it's like a support thing. So I want people to get support out of the channel and learn from that channel in different things, from beauty to entrepreneurship to other things. So it's life skills, even emotional, everything will be there. So basically I want people to learn from that channel and use it as their own harness.
It's like the online courses pala for them to...
In such a way, yes. I have times where I'll be the one discussing different topics that are important about image. And that's other times where guests from different industries will be talking about their journey and the struggles, so people can relate and gain that para inspiration and motivation to do whatever it is that they want to do in their lives.
When will you be releasing this?
This September.
So soon. I love it. Alright, so Again, if you are interested to enroll in Imahe Academy, just don't forget the website that Miss Jean was mentioning a while ago. And meron nga rin siyang YouTube channel, which she will be launching very soon. So, Miss G, congrats and thank you. Yeah, hopefully ay madami pang mas naging kagaya ni Miss Jean na, gaining that confidence. And that's it for today's episode of Freshly Brewed. I'm Justine Garcia, and I hope you enjoyed the conversation as much as I did. Really, thank you. My pleasure. Yeah, don't forget to join us again next time for another round of stories, insights, and inspiration. See you in the next episode.
And that wraps up our Freshly Brewed episode for today. Thank you for tuning in to Freshly Brewed. Stay informed, stay inspired, and make smarter choices every day with BusinessMirror. For the latest stories and updates, visit our website, businessmirror.com.ph, for a broader look at today's business. And follow us on our social media channels. Okay, follow. If you want to watch this episode again or our previous episode, check out our YouTube channel and our Facebook page. Stay ahead, know more, and I'll see you next time.